Give yourselves a round of applause for just coming out here today. You could have been anywhere on a Saturday evening, but we thank you for coming out today. And again, we know that we're right to be here. We're not going to be sidetracked by obstructionists. We're not going to be sidetracked or deterred by bigots or racists or classists or elitists. We're going to stay focused on why we are here, and that is to abolish racial terror and economic terror that is crippling this nation. And to be quite honest with you, when we talk about patriots, you and I who are here today, we are the real patriots. Because what we are doing is we are fighting for the integrity of this nation, and we know that it is on trial. It is on trial just as much as these police officers when they go on trial for killing unarmed African-American men and women all over this country. The integrity of this nation is indeed on trial. So that's why we told you to give yourselves a round of applause, because you give a damn enough about this nation. You give a damn enough about humanity. You give a damn enough about black people and working class people and poor people. You're not so selfish that you can't see beyond you. So that's why it's important that you recognize yourself today. Now, brothers and sisters, before we close out, it's important that we say that you get to know somebody standing next to you. The reason why is because a brother articulated it very eloquently earlier. We are in a war. And when you are in the platoon and when you are in the trenches of a war, you've got to know who's standing next to you. You've got to know who's fighting side by side with you. You've got to be able to trust that that person is going to fight the good fight of the faith until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. So if you don't know somebody to the left or to the right of you, you need to get to know them, because we're in a fight and we are fighting for our survival.
Yes, we are.
So brothers and sisters, before we close, we're going to take a brief moment of silence, because we're going to remember every single victim that was brutally murdered by police terror, that was brutally murdered by economic repression, that was brutally murdered by homophobia, that was brutally murdered by classism, that was brutally murdered by the very state, the very nation that they themselves and their family members pay taxes to. So let us take a moment of silence and just reflect, however way you feel comfortable doing it, to whatever being you feel comfortable reflecting to, because we need to be able to center ourselves on one thing, and that's justice. We've got to focus and center ourselves even in spite of the critics, even in spite of the naysayers, even in spite of the people who feel that they are defeated and that we are already defeated. We've got to reflect for a moment. So let us take a moment of silence. We remember Tyrone West. Somebody say Ashe.
Ashe.
We remember Terence Crutcher. Somebody say Ashe.
Ashe.
We remember Anthony Anderson. Ashe.
Ashe.
We remember Korryn Gaines. Ashe.
Ashe.
We remember Keith Lamont Scott. Ashe.
Ashe.
We remember the four little girls in Birmingham. Somebody say Ashe.
Ashe.
We remember Trey Von Martin. Somebody say Ashe.
Ashe.
We remember Ayanna Jones. Ashe.
Ashe.
We remember Sean Bell. Somebody say Ashe.
Ashe.
We remember all of the black and brown and poor people who are killed by the police daily in this country. Ashe.
Ashe.
So now that we have said Ashe, and now that being here is well with our souls, we are being dispatched as ambassadors to go back into our communities, to go back into our workplaces, and to even go back into our comfort zones. And we've got to recruit more people to be engaged in what we refer to as the people's struggle. This is the people people struggle because we know that City Hall is not bailing us out of this one. This is the people struggle because we know that the State House is not bailing us out of this one. We know that Washington is not bailing us out of this one. We know that poor and working class people have never gotten anything, any place on this earth without struggle and without fight back on the ground. So let us stay united. Let us continue to build bridges. Let nothing divide us. And last but not least, let us organize. Power to the people, brothers and sisters. Power to the people, brothers and sisters. You got to say it like you mean it. Power to the people, brothers and sisters. You got to feel it. Power to the people. Everybody be safe going home. Look out for each other. Get to know somebody because we're in a war and we're fighting side by side with each other. God bless you.